bigong makakuha ng TRO ang kampo ng dating Pangulo. Denied ang petisyon dahil hindi raw nito napatunayang may clear and unmistakable right para maglabas ng restraining order. Pero sinabihan ng SC ang mga respondent na ito'y sagutin. Samantala, na-raffle na raw ang dalawang bagong petisyon na humihiling na pakawalan at ibalik sa bansa si Duterte.
At makakausap po natin ngayon, retired Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio. Justice Carpio, magandang gabi po sa inyo.
Good evening, Pinky. Good evening to our viewers.
Dalawa po ang ating pag-usapan. Una po yung unang final before the Supreme Court yesterday. Ito nga pong TRO. At gaya po ng aming na-report kanina, Justice, bigo po silang makakuha ng TRO. Ang sabi, denied ang petisyon dahil hindi raw ito napatunayang may clear and unmistakable right para maglabas ng restraining order. Justice, ano ho ba ibig sabihin ito?
Well, in other words, walang base. Akala ko sasabihin lang Supreme Court, academic na, nakaalis na si Duterte, they cannot stop him anymore. In other words, dahil ang TRO, hindi na mag-issue ang korte ng TRO pag nagawa na yung gusto mong hintuin, gusto mong pigilin. Nakaalis na yung eroplano. Pero mas mabigat pang sinabi ng Supreme Court, there is no clear legal right. In other words, walang basehan, no basis in law. So masakit sa mga petitioner dahil wala talagang base.
Justice, para pong sinasabi na walang mali. Parang ganun po yung aking pagkaintindi. Tama ba yun? Walang mali sa nangyaring pag-aresto at pagkuha kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte at pagdala sa kanya sa Hague? Or is that a stretch, sir?
Well, walang mali that will require a TRO. It's very specific. Walang mali that require a temporary restraining order. Dahil ang temporary restraining order is special. Hinihinto mo yung ginagawa ng gobyerno. So you must have a clear legal right. In other words, walang clear legal right. Walang base.
Okay.
Yun ang meaning yan. But the main case will continue. The main case is, was there compliance with the Philippine Constitution or existing laws? Yun ang ano pa.
Pending.
That will still be resolved by the Supreme Court.
I see. What about the two other petitions that were filed today? Justice Carpio, ano po ang inyong masasabi dito? Kasi nga, kung baga yung una, yung TRO, gaya ng sabi niyo kanina, it's moot and academic dahil nakaalis na po ang dating Pangulo. What about these two other petitions na hinihingi pong pabalikin, basically, ang dating Pangulo dito? Meron ho bang kapangyarihan pa ang Korte Suprema na pabalikin po sa bansa mula sa Hague ang dating Pangulo?
Wala na. Hindi na magagawa yan. Walang jurisdiction ng Supreme Court over the ICC, over the International Criminal Court. No? Hindi pwede orderan. That's another court. Hindi pwede orderan ng Supreme Court natin, oy, ibalik ninyo yan. Wala ng jurisdiction. Hindi pwede talaga.
Dahil nga po, I guess that's why hinahabol po nila kagabi, hindi ho ba? Kung itong TRO para nga hindi makaalis dahil I guess Justice once makaalis ay wala na pong kapangyarihan, wala na pong authority, wala na pong maaaring gawin ang SC, ganun ho ba yun?
As far as ordering the government to stop, kasi there's nothing to stop. Umalis na eh. As far as ordering the return, you cannot order the return sa isang bansa na. Iba na yung jurisdiction, iba na ang korte doon.
Pero papaano po, sabihin po natin hypothetically, mapatunayan o makita po ng mga justices ng Supreme Court na meron pong naging illegal sa kanyang pag-aresto?
Well, it's possible. That's why I'm saying it could go either way, no? Ang posisyon ng mga abogado ni Duterte, sinasabi nila na there should be a warrant of arrest issued by a Philippine judge, no? Dahil nasa Constitution yan eh. no warrant of arrest shall be issued except by a judge. Yung judge referred to is the Philippine judge. Yung warrant of arrest naman, in-issue yan ng ICC, hindi naman judge ng Pilipinas yun. So normally in an extradition, mag-request ang, let's say, US for extradition, ipa-file yung petition for extradition sa RTC. Ang nag-handle niya na yung DOJ, file nila, at ang RTC mag-issue ng extradition order through a warrant of arrest para ma-extradite. That's the usual course, no? So the question is, in this case, kailangan ba ng order ng
Local court.
RTC with
Opo.
local courts? Dahil that question arises dahil merong isang batas, yung Philippine International Humanitarian Law, Section 17, sinasabi doon, the competent Philippine authorities, the relevant Philippine authorities may decide to surrender the accused or the person being requested to be extradited or to be surrendered, and may be surrendered by the Philippine authorities to the ICC. Nakalagay dun eh.
Opo.
So, ang sinasabi ngayon, pwede sabihin ng DOJ, ito na yung authority namin.
Opo.
We have the authority because this law says the relevant Philippine authorities can surrender the accused in this case. Nakalagay sa batas, no?
Kapag meron
So-
pong doon sa minention niyo pong batas under international humanitarian law, tama po na, Justice?
Yes, the 2009 Republic Act yan.
2009. Justice, ang ibig ho sabihin ba noon na it was really voluntary? Kumbaga, hindi po talaga mandatory sa Philippine government na i-turn over si dating Pangulo?
Well, nakalagay doon, the Philippines has a choice to either file the case here or if the case is already filed in another court abroad, in the international tribunal, i-turn over na lang ng Philippines at the discretion of Philippine authorities. So hindi naman compelled tayo to turn over. It
We're not
is the
compelled.
discretion
Opo.
of the Philippine authorities to turn over, and they exercise their discretion. But that is allowed under that Republic Act, no?
Okay. Ano po ang maaaring asahan natin sa pagharap ng dating Pangulo sa The Hague? Meron ho kasing iba't ibang mga sinasabi na the moment the former president gets there, he will be asked to appear before a local court in The Hague. Ganun ho ba yun? Before he is turned over to the ICC? What can you tell us, sir?
No, he will appear before the chamber, pre-trial chamber, and the charges against him will be reconfirmed. He will again be informed na ito yung charges, whether he understands the charges, and if he wants to question the validity of his arrest, order of arrest by the ICC, not the turnover by the Philippine government, yung order of arrest by
Opo.
the ICC, he can file another a motion asking for reconsideration. Yun ang
On the warrant of arrest.
pwede niya maggawa kagad, no?
Opo.
To question the order of arrest by the ICC.
What about bail? Is that possible?
Yeah, that's in the rules of the ICC. To question. Of course, sasabihin ng tama ka o hindi ka tama. I mean, it can go either way also.
Okay, pero sabihin nga po natin na magpatuloy po ito, but can he ask or can he ask for bail? And if this is granted, what are the circumstances po that will allow a respondent to post bail?
Well, the ICC rules allows for the accused to ask for bail in very special circumstances, pero mahirapan siya dahil he's a flight risk, no? Ayaw niya nga, he doesn't even want to honor the warrant of arrest. So that means a flight risk, they call that a flight risk. So I doubt if it will be granted. But there is a provision there that he can ask for temporary release. No? But that's up to the ICC.
And of course, Justice, siguro, sabihin po natin again hypothetically, temporary release or bail is granted, he has to stay within The Hague.
Yes, that's correct. He has to remain there within the jurisdiction of the court.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong oras, retired Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio.